One of the main issues that's not been discussed so far in the election campaign is constitutional renewal. We talk about, for example, changing the voting system, having a fully elected House of Lords, changing the way we vote for the House of Commons so that an MP needs to get more than 50% of the vote before he or she is elected to Parliament. A proper discussion about reducing the voting age to 16, and I'm hoping over the next period that we do start assessing the issues before the big day of May the 6th. One of the things that I've noticed is many young voters and students, you can't stereotype them, you can't put them in a pigeonhole and say these issues appeal to them. All sorts of issues appeal to young people and students. They care about health services. They could be sick one day, they have family members who are sick. They care about public transport because they care about walking the streets safely. But the biggest issue I think that's when I've been speaking to young people about that strikes a chord is issues around climate change, issues around protecting our planet, issues around investing in green jobs, because clearly what we need to do as we come out of the recession is create jobs, and jobs for the future that I think we can do very well at is green jobs. And it's noteworthy, there was a survey published recently where more than 90% of Conservative parliamentary candidates didn't even believe that climate change was man-made. One of the big things we see in the lead-up towards any election, whether it's a European election, council elections or general elections, is the far right using various issues to try and get people to vote for them. What they've done very often is use Muslims as people that they can demonise and encourage people to coalesce around and campaign against. And we've seen in the East End of London, the leader of the BNP standing against Margaret Hodge, an excellent MP, a woman, and somebody of Jewish faith. And what we've tried to do is unite and have a coalition of people of all faiths and no faith, trade unionists, ordinary working people and families to unite against fascism. And what's really good is all three main parties, the Conservatives, the Liberals and the Labour Party, are united in trying to defeat the BNP to make sure he doesn't succeed in having a seat in Parliament. As a badge of shame we all wear, there are two members of the BNP who currently sit in the European Parliament representing our country. One of the huge issues over the coming period will be how we reduce inequalities in the workplace. One of the big things we've not managed to do, I'm afraid, is completely get rid of gender inequality. And we've done some work in the city, and we know there is still a huge pay gap between men and women, despite the fact that we have had an equal pay act since 1970. What we've been able to do in the last few weeks is take through Parliament a new Single Equality Act. And what that will do is put an obligation upon public authorities to promote equality. It will mean, for example, if there is places of work who employ men and women, they'll be required to publish the pay grade so we can see evidence of who's getting paid more. What's unacceptable in the 21st century is for women to still be treated less favourably than men, for them to do a job of equal value but be paid less. Speaking as a father of two daughters, I think it's unacceptable for my daughters to be raised in a period where sort of discrimination takes place on the basis of their gender. What's been unique about these elections clearly has been the leaders' debate. If I'm honest, I think they're a bit old-fashioned. And I think the irony, of course, is that finally politicians have woken up to the importance of debating issues directly to the public. But they've used a forum. That's one of the oldest fashions forum there is, TV. What's interesting, though, is what happened after the debates. People on the blogosphere, people on the internet, people on the social networking sites talking about the debate. I've seen a figure of 9.9 million people, that's 1 out of 6 people in this country, watch the debates. I'll be curious to see how many watch the other two debates. What will be interesting is what happens immediately after the debates on Twitter, actually Twitter works during the course of the debate, there's people tweeting away. One of the great phrases during the course of the debates when we were watching the tweets was, who could say I agree with Clegg the most? And there's now, you go to the website, there's really good videos being made now, really good clips of spoofs of the debate. So I think the internet is very much alive. I think it won't have as much impact in these elections as it did in the American elections, because I think we're still 5 years behind America. But it's here now, the genie's out of the bottle. Both the leaders' debates and the internet here today. This country should be proud of its diversity, and that diversity comes in the fact that we are a country of various faiths and those without faiths, and we are a beacon for the rest of the world.